Alright, today I'm giving my first impression of the new Okuma Record Chaser gar and catfish rod. Now I will say this first. I am impressed with the quality of this rod. I think it's going to work perfectly for what I want to use it for, which is using floats with live bait or cut bait. Now before I talk about anything else, I'm going to try to catch a fish on this. I'm going to use green sunfish under the bobber. I managed to catch a bunch of these guys off camera, and they're supposed to be really good flathead bait. There's also channel cats and striped bass in this waterway. Let's see what I can catch. I also brought my whisker seeker, and as you can see, it's got a Coke bottle on this. I recently did a collab with Hats to Fish. Check out his channel in the iCard above. His channel is all about making stuff on the cheap. He recently put some rod holders on a wheelchair and gave it away. On the collab we did, it was so windy that it ruined most of the video. But he did catch this little bitty flathead while we were fishing together. I'm going to put another green sunfish on this and get this one out there. Maybe this one will catch the first fish today. I'm going to try to use about the same size green sunfish. I can definitely cast a spinning reel further. The spinning reel I have on this is an Okuma Avenger ABF65. Has a bait runner on it. And that bobber you saw is a whisker seeker bobber. I have no idea if it's going to be able to set the hook or not. The Coke bottle might be able to set the hook. I guess we'll find out if any channel cats decide to drive by. I have my night filming lights, so I'm going to keep this up even after dark until at least I catch a fish, and then I'll talk more about this rod and reel combo. Oh, he's going to go in my other line. Oh, he went right over it. Got the first fish on. Ah, and he's wrapped up with my other line. Oh, what a mess. I can see why it's a good idea to try to keep your floats apart, because I'm now wrapped up mess. Look at that. I did catch a nice channel cat here. Nice one. Oh, just look at that. That is pretty bad. Usually this happens when you use sinker slides and balloons, but apparently it will happen if you have two lines get crossed. Right, there's a nice channel cat. I'm going to let this guy go and then try to fix this mess I just made. I think I'm going to keep bobbers on both sides of the boat. I wasn't even able to capture this guy pulling the bobber down. This is a huge mess. Now that I got that mess taken care of, let me talk about this new Okuma rod. It's actually a medium heavy rod, while this whisker seeker is a heavy. Medium heavy is not as stiff as a heavy rod, so it makes it easier to cast out live bait. I know I have casted off live bait multiple times on this whisker seeker. It's pretty easy to do. With the Record Chaser, it's more flexible on the cast. And because it's a spinning combo, it will cast further. I think I've said it before, I consider spinning combos as finesse combos. And throwing a catfish float is definitely a finesse thing. Now on the whisker seeker, I'm using a bobber stop on the Braid, which held in place pretty good on that catfish. With this one, I'm rigging it the way Catfish Dave rigs it. I'm going Braid to a double uni to monofilament, large monofilament. And that knot is going to be the bobber stop. It's a fixed depth, but it's less things that could go wrong. And instead of a sinker slide, I'm using the Whisker Seeker 2-ounce bobber, or float, non-weighted float, whatever they call it over there. And I got the 2-ounce weight to weight it down, helps with casting a little bit, allows me to cast further. And this rig has an advantage over the sinker slide rig because the fish, as it swims around, it won't get tangled on the sinker slide. I'm starting to think this is the better rig, although I'm using more equipment on it. I don't want to lose this depth on here, so I'm going to do a double uni from braid to braid. If you know who Lunker's TV is, he had to do this on an alligator gar once. They broke the line, then they found the bobber downstream. He did a double uni to another rod and reeled it in. And this bobber rig is kind of like an alligator gar rig. I don't think they use a swivel or a weight. That should be a pretty strong knot. Now, for some reason, Okuma is being really weird with their catfish rods. Some of you guys may know the Okuma Battle Cat is in a league of its own. And this one, it is a 2-piece rod, and it connects like that, which is really odd. They do make a heavy in this, but it's a 10-foot rod, and I don't want to use a 10-foot rod on a boat. And like I said earlier, with a heavy rod, you might cast a live bait off. Now, they do make a 9-foot medium heavy, which is perfect from the bank. I bet you could cast that thing really, really far. Now, there's another advantage for using a bait runner spinning reel. You can actually adjust the drag. I've got it really, really light right now. On this cold water, on this other rod, I can't adjust it. Now I'm going to see if I can catch another channel cat here. I'm losing light fast, so I'm going to have to get my lights out. That Coke bottle does have an advantage over the Whisker Seeker float. I could put a glow stick in it for night fishing if I wanted to. I don't have any glow sticks right now. Well, I've been here for a while now, and something took the green sunfish off the bottle. So that's literally 2 fish off of Hack to Fish's little bottle float that he gave me. Now, I was going to move until I looked at the radar. This is bad storms that are heading my way. So I think I'm going to try to make it to the ramp and pull the boat. At least I caught a fish. This was a successful night. And I'm definitely going to keep trying to catch something on the Whisker Seeker bobber. This Whisker Seeker may become a kayak rod if I ever get a kayak again. I'm also going to leave an Amazon Associate link to this rod in the description below. I do have an Amazon Associate account. I don't link it in my new videos very often anymore, but I'm going to go ahead and do it for this Record Chaser rod because I think it's an impressive rod and you can buy it on Amazon. That's where I bought this one, and they shipped it to me without breaking it. I've actually received broken rods from Amazon before. I bought the spinning reel locally at Big Fish Outfitters. Edgemore Outdoors also sells Avengers too, if you're local to me. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I want to just thank you guys for taking your time today to watch my video. If you think I should do more gear review videos, leave a comment below, and hopefully I'll be able to catch something big with this rod and reel sooner or later. Maybe I'll go to Texas or Louisiana and try for some alligator gar.